Hi, I'm Mel, and this is Miniature Warriors. Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today sees us playing a second game of Longstreet set in 1861. I have two players yet to play a battle, and so this is a catch-up game. This will bring their brigades up to the same timeline as the other brigades in the campaign. It's a one-on-one brigade engagement, and so it is set on Bluff as the background. The Bluff was originally fought on the 21st of October 1861 on the south bank of the Potomac, just southeast of Leesburg. But anyway, I hope you enjoy.
The scenario sees General Stone ordering the Federal Brigade of Colonel Brooke to conduct a reconnaissance in force across the Potomac River to investigate the reports of a rebel camp in the vicinity of Ball's Bluff. Brooke's brigade quickly steps off and marches for a position opposite Harrison's Island, where a small armada of boats have been amassed to ferry the brigade across to the southern shore. As we transfer to the tabletop, we are looking west, and the Potomac River is behind us. The 69th Pennsylvania Militia has crested the steep climb from the river and shaken out into line. In the far distance, the Confederate 40th Virginia Infantry is visible and massing into a supported line, ready to advance. Colonel Brooke quickly assessed the situation and requested the colonel commanding the 55th New York to press his troops forward. And here we see the 55th doubling onto the field and taking post to the 69th's left flank. On the rebel side of the field, Colonel Heath was ordering the other regiments of his brigade to make all haste. It was at this point that the 40th Virginia launched a gallant assault, crossing the open field, driving towards the enemy's 69th. Unknown to the commander of the 40th, confusion on the road from Leesburg had caused the rebel reinforcements to come to a halt just as they were crossing the small stream in their army's rear. As volleys of musketry were exchanged, the pounding of hooves signaled the arrival of the 2nd Wisconsin Cavalry Regiment. They as well deployed to the left of the Union line. As the stalled Confederate road columns on the Leesburg Road got moving again, Colonel Brooke deployed his brigade's artillery, Battery A, 1st United States Artillery, between the 69th and the 55th. As the Confederate march columns filed onto the field and commenced deploying into lines, the 55th New York State Militia turned into line, threatening the flank of the 40th Virginia. This exposed the flank of the 55th New York to some murderous fire from the 55th Virginia. Colonel Reynolds of the 55th had, however, placed his regiment's left flank in the lee of a small knoll. With the flank of the New Yorkers threatened, Colonel Brooke directed his cavalry further to the left, and to hold at all costs. For through his field glasses, he had seen rebel cavalry moving to flank the 55th New York, and hence turn his whole line. As the din of battle filled the air, the colonel of the 47th Virginia, whose troops were still in march column, pushed his regiment forward to support the 40th Virginia, who, with assault stalled, now deployed into a firing line. With musketry rippling along the front of the Union line, and the crack of the 6-pounders interjecting between the small arms volleys, and with the flank of the 47th Virginia exposed, Colonel Reynolds ordered a charge. The 69th Pennsylvania, seeing the 55th New York surge forward, with a resounding hurrah also leapt to the charge. A bloody melee saw both Confederate regiments driven rearwards but not broken. With the flank of the 55th New York exposed, as Colonel Reynolds attempted to rally his regiment, the 55th Virginia drove forward, striking the New Yorkers' exposed flank. The regiment's eager recruits dissolved as this unexpected rebel onslaught smashed the flanking companies, and the regiment gave way. Once the routers had cleared the field, the Union guns shifted targets to the exposed 55th Virginia, who now suffered badly from canister fire. The Union gunners firing round after round into the ranks of the rebels, with each round ripping huge holes in the Confederate ranks. With casualties mounting in front of the Union battery, and the 69th Pennsylvania, through weight of numbers, slowly bettering the rebel 40th and 47th Virginia, Colonel Heath's brigade finally broke. The Yankee commander had won the day. Brooks' brigade had not had an easy fight, and both the 55th New York and the 69th Pennsylvania will go forward in the campaign greatly reduced. Due to the reduction in strength, the War Department has sent the 6th Wisconsin to reinforce the brigade. Battery B, 1st U.S. Artillery, has also been attached to the brigade. Colonel Brooke was promoted to brigadier, ranking from October 21, 1861. Colonel Heath's rebel brigade had fought hard, with the 40th Virginia in particular, taking horrendous casualties. With the brigade's reduced strength post-battle, the Confederate High Command has allocated 2 additional regiments to bring the brigade's effective numbers back up to strength. Colonel Heath was not promoted post-battle, but with his political connections he looks forward to the next campaign season to stake his claim to future fame.
Union victory, rebel defeat. Colonel Heath's rebel brigade has been driven from the field, and Colonel Brooks' Union brigade victorious. Anyway, that draws us to the close of our 1861 battles, and our next campaign game will be moving on to 1862 Peninsula Campaign, McClellan's advance on Richmond. The scenario will be a multiple brigade game and a fairly large affair. Anyway, thank you for joining us on the channel, and I look forward to your company in the future.
Submit to shame, to die we would prefer. So cheer for the bonny blue flag that bears a single star. Hurrah, hurrah, for Southern rights, hurrah. Hurrah, for the bonny blue flag has gained the